Throw those shapes, everybody. It's Feelgood Friday. Whoa. Yes. Looking forward to it. Someone's loving it already. It's Friday.
Feeling good on a Friday with Cal Munson and Jenni B.
Let those endorphins flow throughout your system. Good morning, Jenni B. It's Feelgood Friday on Good Morning Portugal with me, Cal Munson on EXPATS Portugal. How are you? To the way.
Good morning. I'm feeling good. And how are you?
Well, if you've never seen holes in the snow, just look at my eyes this morning, everybody. There's no hiding this with the new definition camera. Too much life and not enough sleep. But I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining for the condition that I'm in. And I'm just looking forward to relaxing this morning.
Do you want a life hack for that? For swollen eyes? Because there's a pro here.
Sorry, I'm struggling to see you through my swollen eyes. Yes, go on. Yes, please tell me. You've got the hack. You're a pro.
Put some spoons in the freezer.
Right, I'm looking around.
For about 15 minutes, and then you can just put them on your eyes, and it takes the swelling away immediately.
Okay, I'm really worried about that, Jenni. Quite frankly. Is it not possible that the spoons could get stuck on your eyelids and then you have to go and explain this in an accident room?
I would not do that whilst my eyes are wet, so not.
So if I'm emotional and weeping, it's not. You shouldn't put the two things together, right? The frozen spoons and a heightened emotional state.
Well, the good thing is it's then kind of like you come into a meditative state when they're stuck to it, and then it's just about taking a deep breath, and as soon as your eyelids warmed up and defrosted the spoons, you'll be able to take them off easily again.
I love it. You see what she did there, everybody? Never misses a moment of mindfulness, even when you've got frozen spoons on your eyelids. And understandably, you might want to panic and tear the spoons from your face. No, just breathe, says Jenni B. Okay, excellent. All right, and Jenni's idea this morning is what will we say to our younger selves? It's an excellent idea as we ponder and breathe and connect and say, peace begins with me on the Good Morning Portugal show when Jenni B's with us. And Will's answer to himself there is, run! So that's the first one in. That's the first one in this morning. Fantastic. I've got a bit of music for you. The wonderful Clive Gardner has made a little video of his visit to Lagos and put some of his own music on it. It's such a talented bunch here. As you heard Owen's jingle as we came in, some music from Clive Gardner as well. What a fantastically talented bunch of people we have here in this community. So, Jenni, should we say hello to a few people?
Of course.
The Netherlands gang are in, the Cloggies are in. I don't know if I should be calling them that or not. Tuga was the Portuguese version I was trying to think of yesterday. I thought Tuga, Tuga sounds rude. Is it okay? And I think Portuguese people are okay with that. Are the Cloggies okay with the word cloggy for the Dutch people? But anyway, good morning. Andrea can answer that question. Bon dia. Deagle is here as well. Good morning. What's the name of that tune you used to start your show? Very upbeat, feel good, trying to find out so I can become my new ringtone. What a lovely idea. I can't remember. I will find out from the wonderful man who put that together for us there. Pete over in Castanera de Pera. Pete Wilton Davis is the man behind that. He didn't write the music, I don't think, but he put the whole video together and carefully selected the music. So I'll find out for you, and we'll get that available to people. Deagle, great shout. Bom, some Portuguese. Do you want to read this, Jenni?
Com dia alegria e desejo a todos uma boa sexta-feira e fim de semana maravilhoso.
Your Portuguese accent is wonderful. Okay, wishing you a great Friday and a marvellous weekend there from Matty, who's going to be, if not already, on his bicycle, so his motor bicycle, on his way to Portugal. So let's give him some of this. Smattering of applause. That's not very loud, is it? I have to do something about that. But there's a round of applause in the background there for you, Matty. Top man, you be careful on that bicycle, on that motorbike, won't you? On your way to Portugal. Make sure you get some rest along the way. He continues. Se tudo correr como planeado, Verrai o espetáculo na segunda-feira do terraço ensolarado da minha casa de feiras em Portugal. Matty, what does that mean? He's on his way to Portugal, right? And he's going to be here by Monday to find his place in Portugal, I think.
It's spectacular, and on Monday he's gonna arrive in his holiday home.
He does.
Philomena, where are you?
Yes, Philomena, quick! This is like Nurse Philomena. We have an emergency translation. Bring the screens. Matty, we had a great time last night. Have a safe trip to Portugal. I think there was a Netherlands meetup of expats Portugal. Good morning, Portugal people. How lovely. And Matty, I think, enjoyed it too. The evening was too short. Time flies when you have a good time. Looking forward to meeting Portugal. Marvellous. Yes, we agree. Looking forward to it. So good morning all from Tom. I think it was there as well. We all had a wonderful Dutch-Portugal meetup in Amsterdam last night. Fantastic. Matty, his girlfriend, me, my girlfriend, Andrea Hogan. Fantastic, you guys. Teach us a bit of Dutch, won't you? What is Dutch for a fantastic evening? See you in Portugal. Jerry needs to know that. That's his catchphrase, of course. Bon dia alegria from Andy. Andy! And Jim White is here. Good morning, Jim. Thank you for accepting my Facebook friend request. I know it can be a bit weird when people reach out like that, unsolicited, but thank you for meeting me positively in that way. I feel good already, he says. Fantastic. That's the idea. And here they go. Jim! Oh! Andy! We'll see and try if I can join the man cave. It sounds like they already are doing it from the rolling car. Wow, they see me rolling. Andy, okay, that's continuing in the comments there. Hey, you must be excited, I'm sure. And more than, says Matty. To be honest, I'm not looking forward to the 24-hour drive. Well, then don't do it. Break it up a little bit, Matty, honestly. But, oh, well, good things wait at the end. Okay, so he's got a great, he's got a wonderful incentive. Okay, we're scrolling through the primate calls. As you will see in the man cave there. Bon dia alegria from Thunderduck. Great to see you, Thunderduck. Where's Carl? Oh, were you complaining that I was late again? I was trying to find the theme music made by this wonderful man. Good morning to you, Owen. Mwah! To you, and morning everyone from Owen as well. Oh look. And in the words of Rocky, I don't understand that one, but morning, Francis. Adrian! You'll have to explain that. No, what does that mean?
Rocky, when he runs up the stairs and then he arrives at the top and goes like, Adrian.
No, is that what from the movie Rocky? That's
yeah.
So it's like more like Adrian. Yeah. Okay, all right. We may as well get this out of the way. Is that what he's doing? I think. Midlife crisis world team. Bon dia, meus compañeros around the world. How lovely, my friends around the world from Midlife Crisis World Tour. Switching accounts, as I feel this one is more appropriate for Feelgood Friday. Whoa, and slices of pepino I'm seeing in there. I'm holding Carl until they pay the ransom. It's all right, I'm here. We may as well get this out of the way quick before the intro ends. Oh, that was all a shouting. Bon dia from MF and CDM. Jacqueline CDM is here. Hola, bon dia, todos. Good morning to you. I think a few of you know each other off screen as well. Morning, beautiful people. She's not always here, but she's always here for you, I think, Jenny. Is Fiona there? Good morning from Monica. We showed you a lovely Algarve picture the other morning, Monica. Thank you for that. Mark is here. Hello, Mark. Excellent attendance, sir. Morning and evening. Bon dia alegria from Mark in Norfolk. What does this mean, Jenny? Is that to do with Rocky?
Is that
on the eyes. Maybe he's masking me to.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, cucumber. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like some sort of pepperami.
Don't put the chilies on your eyes. No, Don't get them wrong.
So you're explaining in the hospital again. So how did this happen? Why are you temporarily blinded, Mr. Munson? Well, first of all, I put the frozen spoons on. And then to calm the frozen spoons down, I put slices of pepperami. And unfortunately, it was the piri-piri picante one. And now my eyes are even more swollen than they were in the first place. Runs off to find spoons. Brilliant, Jacqueline. So everyone's trying. I can't be responsible for that tip, but she used to be a pharmacist. She knows what she's talking about. No wet eyes, right? I would tell my younger self, get a NIF number. Yes, top advice already. Fantastic. Yeah, like from a really early age. Some
Before
parents,
entering school, make sure you get your NIF number.
or if you're a responsible parent, get it for your children before they're born. You know, like how some people put
Happy
their
birthday! That's your NIF.
it's in a new Disney movie. Welcome to the world, little one. Here's your NIF number.
No, because it's like, how many digits is it? How many digits is it? You can like give one number each year, and when they're 18, they have the full number.
Oh, it'll have to be like half a number each year. It's 9 numbers, so you can one every 2 years, and on your 18th birthday, there you are, the greatest start a Portuguese person could wish for. Fantastic. You shut your eyes first. Okay, I got it. Oh,
Good
even
points.
more. Yes. You see, you can't underestimate people, can you? You've got to make these things clear to people. You saved me from some certain medical bills. Probably not in Portugal, to be fair. Happy morning to everyone, Carl. Surely you can close your eyes and talk at the same time. That's not a bad idea. So let's see how I do with the comments, though. I can't do that. MF, I have booked a staff appointment, so that's happening. The primate way is very liberating. So are you telling me, Francis, that you are shouting out at home, and if anyone else in your household, they've got a visitor, there's the Amazon person's delivering, and they can hear these shouts coming from the back room or the office. And the other person in your house says, don't worry, it's just my partner watching the Good Morning Portugal show. Weird. Just shouting out men's names. That is really weird. Greetings from arrogant, cloudy and dull, but spirits are sunny. I keep talking, but nobody is listening. Oh, Paul. I don't know. How do we help with that, I wonder? Maybe not take it personally. It's just information that people aren't listening. That's an easy way of dealing with that.
They might not be ready for the information yet.
This is why she's here. That's so beautiful. So Paul is of an elevated, enlightened, light worker kind of position, and he's just casting pearls before swine, basically, to use a biblical turn of phrase. Yeah, there it is. There you go, Paul. You're welcome. Just lay on your back and wait till the spoons fall off after defrosting. Well, I'm so glad this came up this morning. Hello, agent. Bom dia, belejas. Oh, how lovely. Thank you very much for that sweet turn of phrase, Portuguese style there. I don't care about cloggies as I'm German. That doesn't really answer the question, though, does it? I'm all right, Jack. Let them deal with the stereotypes and name calling. Okay, so you want to address this as well?
No, I was wondering, who is Healthy Move Portugal then?
It's Matty. He's his bike, his dog, his healthy move to Portugal. If we put Shazam the tune, nothing easier like that. Well, do you want me to play it again? I wonder. Or you could do it at the end, can't you? Just get ready with your Shazam app at the end to find out what the tune is. Yeah, not yet though. Hold on. Bon dia, Jacqueline CDM from Monica. Cloggies work for me. I never heard. Oh, gloggies it is. Gloggles? I don't know. Never heard the expression before, but it's catchy. Do people still wear clogs in the Netherlands? I wonder. And it is Matty. Although he's German, is he driving across on a motorbike with clogs on and sparking them along the ground, along the main road? No, not on my bike. We're going by car. Oh, that's much better. Okay, now I can sleep tonight and relax my eyes. Have an awesome trip, Matty, from Francis over there in Cape Town. My second sentences was meant to be, if all goes as planned, I will see the show on Monday from the sunny terrace on my Portuguese vacation home. Fantastic. All right. So the question this morning, we'll come back to a few more of your comments. Oh, and this is what it's all about this morning. I would tell my younger self all the final Super Bowls. You find out a lot about people, don't you, by what they would do with this. What made you think of this, Jenny?
With the Super Bowl scores, or general, all the responses we had so far?
No, about what you tell your younger self.
What I tell my younger self. Oh, my God.
What made you think of this? It's our Feelgood Friday theme. Well, and actually, hold on. Before you even answer, I haven't even asked you how you are yet, have I? So you've got to ask somebody who deals in health and well-being how they're doing and how they've managed to get themselves in this excellent state. She's doing great. Look, she's just shaking in a corner, but good enough. Good enough. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. So you're good. I'm glad we sorted that out. So what was it that made you think? Why are we talking to ourselves, especially our younger selves, this morning?
Because for those who might have followed me already a little bit, I'm into this inner child thing. I brought Marcelina again today, and I just, last time we spoke about the Pandilla.
Somebody just walked past. A big one.
And with my kids project and all the things that I think we've missed learning whilst we were smaller or younger, which we learn now the really hard way. But most often I experience for myself, and also in the work with other people, that a really common thing, besides the fact that the Super Bowl results and all the funny stuff we would tell our inner or our younger self, is that it seems to be really one thing that is quite common is just to calm down, man. Take it easy. Everything will work out just fine. Trust yourself.
Yes. Yep.
And because so often we're still so much struggling with, what of all these voices in my head do I believe? It's like we're so overstimulated constantly that even if we have like a break and we can stop for a moment, still the head rush, the monkey mind is so much on, because it's still working on all these impulses and stimuli from whenever time. So if it's closing your eyes now during the show or whenever, but it is actually such a magical thing just to shut all these voices down. Exactly. Take a deep breath, and to be able to actually listen to the inner voice, the one that you can learn to trust. And it's got. Just think about yourself and all the ones who are listening right now. Think about a situation where your gut feeling was clearly giving you some sort of sign, and you ignored it.
It has been known, yes, indeed.
And what happened if you ignored it? In 99% of the cases,
it becomes another thing that bothers you when you shut your eyes.
Usually, or usually you get a nice backslap.
Yes, indeed. One of life's kick up the bottom from life.
Yeah. And then ask yourself, what if you had that gut feeling and you followed it? What happened then?
I can tell you from this week. I went to the shops with my kids, and they really like, and I do as well, the machines. You put in €1, and especially the grabber machine. And I had a €10 note, and I thought I've got to change this €10 note into little euro coins, because that's what's needed for the machine. And a 2-year-old can be quite persistent about using the frog machine. Okay. And I'm not a very strict parent, it has to be said. So I'm getting ready to give in, but I'd already given in. But I needed to change the note into coins. So I'm thinking to myself, how do I do this? What can I buy in the shopping center? Do I get a coffee? I know, I'll go and get a scratch card. The Santa Casa Jogos, is it Lotto card? Because it's not the end of the world if I don't win. But I feel good. I feel moved to do this today. I actually think I'm going to win. And I saw, as I was going in the shop, I think the posters are up there telling you how much has been won this week. Someone won 1,000, I think. I think I'm going to win. I think I'm going to win quite a big prize with this card. And so I gave over the tenner to be changed. And the cards I like, I nearly wasn't going to tell you, just in case you take my luck away, everybody. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to win together here. Grand Sort. I can't, obviously, this is probably going against some broadcasting code to be recommending a particular kind of scratch card. So that's not what I'm doing. But the one I like personally is the Grand Sort card. Okay, the big luck, the good luck. And I came out and I was thinking, I just, no hurry, I'll scratch this. And I think I'm going to win today. And number 15 was my lucky number. And I scratched it. Number 15, €50. And
cool.
there are still 4 panels to scratch, Jenny. Another number 15, another €50. A cool €100 win. And I felt that. I honestly felt it in my. I know there's a fine line, isn't there, between the gambler who just has to go back for one more spin of the wheel or the last horse of the day, and he puts his shirt on it. But I genuinely, honestly, had this lovely, warm feeling, and also I wasn't attached. I wasn't thinking, I must win this. I must win this. Please, God, help me win this. I need this right now. None of that desperation. Cool €100. And it was such a lovely thing. And then we went on one in the machines as well. All the kids got toys as well. So there you go.
Cool.
Just to illustrate sometimes you just know. And when you don't follow that knowing, you get the unholy business going on, don't you? You do get told by life, you should have listened to me.
But you said a really, really important point there, Carl, with the attachment. It's exactly that. Because there's a big difference between the proper gut feeling and the I wish it would be like this from your mind.
Yes. And that's, again, I guess that's what you're going to be teaching the kids, right? With the Rainbow Warriors is figuring out that subtle difference, because we're not really taught that, are we? You know, we're taught, in the first place, we're taught to avoid those such use of magic, aren't we? Don't be messing about with all that superstitious nonsense. Just get a job. That's the best way to earn money. Work hard, or maybe just rip a few people off. Those are the values of our mainstream culture. Get ahead. Be more competitive, or whatever. That's how you land the big bucks. And so we move away from the magic that all the kids have, of course, and they're very good at trusting their gut, only when they're little. And we may well educate them out of that, but not you, Jenni B. You're going to be helping them discern the difference, aren't you? If all goes according to plan.
Yeah. And I must say, I've changed the name now, so it's not the Rainbow Warriors anymore because of the war inside. It's going to be the Rainbow Guardians.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, thank you for sharing that with us this morning. That's fantastic. Any update on the project?
Yeah, I wanted to have the property I was hoping for is sold, but I'm going to look for another one. Yeah, I'm going to look for another one on Tuesday. I found a beautiful girl. Maybe she's watching right now. I don't know, from Boston, US, who's going to support me in getting a homepage going, so people have more information about that.
Marvelous.
I through this show, I found lovely people who are offered their skills and support in when it comes to action, and I'm so very grateful for that. But I must say that that's like 3 steps ahead, and the basic step still needs to be done. So everybody, please cross fingers, send a little bit of love and energy over to, or good thoughts over to the universe for the Rainbow Guardians, so this can finally happen.
Beautiful. Okay, and again, you're absolutely right, aren't you, about the non-attachment and just gently willing it into being, or holding the idea as the guardians of the idea as well. So that's what us grown-ups can do, is hold the idea and sort of nurse it and gently ease it into being, with Jenni at the helm there. Fantastic, great update, thank you. So Rainbow Guardians it is. Let's have a look at a few more comments. We'll come back to talking to your younger self, because I'm sure some people are telling us what they're telling their younger selves here in the comments. So have an awesome trip, Matty. Hola, bon dia, alegria from Jeff. Good to see you last night, Jeff, on the call. It takes 4 of us. Sorry, it takes 4 days in our tiny, slow camper to get to Portugal. There you go. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Slow travel with Andrew and Tom there, and the turtle and the cat, I think. Gazelle girl, bless you. The Dutch word you want, I think, from Francis there, who may well know about these things. Bon dia arrived Villarreal de Sant Antonio after 2 years of waiting. Yes, round of applause from all of us here, and lots of love to you, and lots of luck and all good things to you in Villarreal de Sant Antonio. Finally arrived. I'm doing the applause here. It's just very low in the mix. Don't know why, but there's a smattering of applause for you, Anna, there. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much. Adrian! It was after the boxing match within the ring when Rocky could not see much due to his swollen eyes. Oh, okay. So you're likening me to a boxer who had his face punched in. Thank you very much. That's so kind of you. Sorry I missed it. I think have we got your, people say the nicest thing here, don't they? Nicest things. I think this is your pick, isn't it, Monica? There you go. That's the Algarve picture I think you sent in. And if it wasn't yours, we liked whoever that was. Thank you. We enjoy looking at those. Marvelous. Nigel Henry. Woof woof. I'm not in the doghouse. Is that an assumption you're making about the state of my face? That I had to sleep on the sofa or something and didn't get much sleep, Nigel Henry. Far from it. I am Might be another reason I didn't sleep much last night, right? I'm always here. Sometimes I watch late or don't comment because Carl is being inundated. Okay, yeah, thank you, Fiona, for that. Very kind. It's 9 digits, the NIF number, so 1 digit each year. Okay, yes, brilliant. I tell myself, go fetch the spoons. I say, get the spoons ready for later on. Nice one, Jacqueline. Capricorn, hello, bon dia. Good morning, Portugal. Having a 40 Towers Day. Don't mention the war. Don't mention what? Apologies for my frustration on yesterday's show, Capricorn. So what did you do to calm yourself yesterday? Got some beautiful music. Oh, 40 Towers. I see. I think you dictated that possibly. And 40 Towers doesn't transfer especially well into 40 Towers, does it? Okay, so there's some lines from 40 Towers there. Morning, Major. Apologies, all my frustration on the show yesterday. Capricorn's always back. I'm glad to hear it. We've got some beautiful music for you, Capricorn, at it is 1:30. I'm going to play that in just a moment. Each second year of split the digit, and Kid has to add them up every second year. People are still working on the maths of the NIF number there, Jenny. I would have told myself to move to Portugal earlier. There's one, but I hope my youngest wife would listen to me too at the same time. You're not allowed to talk to other people's younger children, are you, with this? That's cheating. I think it's manipulation in actual fact, isn't it? But I do feel your pain there. It's a tricky one, isn't it? And I think we're going to ask Jenny about this in terms of communication. What would you suggest there if I put you in the sort of agony aunt situation? You want to move to Portugal, your partner doesn't, or your friends don't want you to, or your parents. How do we articulate? Because these are our dreams as well, aren't they? And we've got to. It seems an unsolvable situation, insoluble situation. When one of you wants to, one of you doesn't. How would you go about doing that in a holistic way, Jenny?
I was in that situation, actually. I was in that situation several times.
Right, okay.
I must say, as much as you would think you could push something that you really is one of your heart desires back in order, to eventually do it together and wait for somebody or wait for the right time and all this, it's not going to happen. And the only one who's responsible for your luck and your happiness is yourself. And if you wait for somebody else to be ready, you might wait forever, and then you're going to blame the other ones for it. And that's not cool. And the other ones might feel bad because they want you to be happy and they know you need that to be happy. So it's either you compromise and not going and it will hit the wall, or the other person compromises and going and it will hit the wall. Yeah. So this is really one of them points in life where I can just from the bottom of my heart recommend follow your dreams and explain to the other that it's got nothing to do with your personality. I'd love to do it with you, but I understand if it's not for you and it's not the right thing. But maybe I go and we will find after 6 weeks that, oh my God, I don't care where I am as long as I'm with you. Or I notice, what, it's actually kind of nice. So I come down for a month of holiday, then you have another month for yourself again. And this, as long as you follow your intuition, universe is not going to punish you for that. Everything happens for a reason. And even the most shittiest bits, if you think about your lifeline, if you draw a line, let's say
there's a line being drawn. There it is.
Yeah. Yep. If you draw something like this, and if you put this on the Y scale here, you take the well-being from the bottom scale from 0 to 10, and on the horizontal one, you think about your age. So if you think you've been born here, and this is now, then you can think about situations of your life that were really remarkable. Like you went to school the first time, you married your first wife, your kid was born, you maybe had a severe car crash, or you might have been in hospital, whatever, all the things you remember. Yes. You never got your spoons off your eyes, exactly, things like that. and you collect them, and then you bring them on the scale in terms of how you've been feeling in these moments. And you will see if you do that, what naturally happens is usually like a up and down curve, or like a roller coaster, like we've all experienced it. But the magic thing is, you will see that even though you were at the lowest, there was always a rising afterwards. Now, who got you there into that rising? Nobody else but you.
Woo!
So
Okay,
if you trust that, you will find out that actually you are your own superhero. And that, as much as we, again, attachment, sometimes think something from the outside will come and solve my problem, particularly when it comes to really hurt feelings, we tend to think, is there not this saying as well, particularly for ladies, then the knight comes along with his horse and he's going to save all my problems. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to excuse
What?
that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Carla, no, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I have to let go of that idea of myself. Okay,
Yeah.
in my wife's life.
No, it can happen together, of course, but it needs that commitment to yourself.
Yeah, no, I get it, and she's getting fed up with it. Just grabbing her and putting her on the back of my horse. It was good. It was good the first time, but like when it just keeps happening, it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, understood. Exactly. And a very with this thing, I'm reminded. A very wise man once said, "It's Ronan Keating actually. Life is a roller coaster. You just got to ride it." And what a profound young fellow he turned out to be. Incredible. Yeah. There you go. So that roller coaster ride, the up after the down. And communication's important with this, isn't it? And I know this is completely unsolicited advice, but it's an issue. I'm extrapolating it and expanding on it, Francis, because it is a big expat issue. Somebody wants to, or would be expats. Someone wants to move, the other might not. And I think one really important thing is to maybe not be in the mindset. Like, we talk about self-talk here, don't we? If your self-talk is, this is never going to happen, or why is this so difficult? I would urge anyone in that position to think there is a way. I don't know it yet, but there is a way, and that's going to be spiraling you upwards rather than downwards. I think into whatever self-fulfilling prophecy you have for yourself. Thank you, Francis. Unsolicited, but we've just generalised that point. I hope that's helpful to anyone in that condition. Yes, go on, Jenny. Sorry.
Just to that, it was a beautiful point you made there, and I think that we can all relate to that, because when we have something, a dream or an idea or a heart desire, it comes out and we're like, oh, but the brain instantly goes like, yeah, but how are you gonna do that? It's the three magic letters of how. That's Skip right. That step. Tell your brain, I don't know how yet, but I'll get there. That's fine. You can chill.
That's right. Or you could say to the brain, that's your job. That's what you do. You're thinking all day. Can't you think about something useful for me? So
don't put it in charge, because then you'll be again in the, oh, damn it, now I'm waiting for my brain to spit out something. It's not going to happen.
Okay, all right. Scratch that. Yeah. Let's disengage the brain. Back up the truck. Okay, all right. All right. So yes, this is Thunder. Yes, younger self, the time machine thing, where you would make yourself a millionaire. So we're seeing people's psychologies here as they reveal what they would say to their younger selves on the Good Morning Portugal show this morning with Jenni B, because it's Feelgood Friday. We're going to have some music in a moment. Get your shoes off ready. Push the furniture back. Roll up the rug, because we are going to be having a little samba dance in a moment. Thank you to Clive. Hola, bon dia from a lovely São in the Panay de Jerez. It's so lovely there. You've moved then, Rebel Mama, I think. Survived the move and are enjoying the lovely roaming cows and wild horses. Oh, a colt decided my garage was a great place to hang out the other day. Lol. There's a part of Portugal you don't hear much about. Thanks to you, Rebel Mama, Khadija, for telling us what goes on up there in the north. Isn't that lovely? Just horses roaming around and cows roaming around. Glass of milk, anybody? How fantastic is that? Should I say, morning, Faulty? There we go. Carrying on with the Basil Faulty. Capricorn 12 was in a stinker yesterday. You could almost see him thrashing his car with an old branch. Sorry, pressed return too fast. So excited. I tell my younger self that I'm good enough. So there you go. Cracker. Corker. Perfect. Thank you, Luke.
Do that, Jacqueline.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, it seems to be part of the world we live in, and we know, don't we, that far too many of us when we were younger, and it's probably happening now with the social media and all that stuff, that kids just spend too much time thinking and worrying about this stuff, when all we want to tell them, and all we hope they could tell themselves, that they didn't even think about if they were good enough. They just lived and were happy. but this pressure is there, isn't it? So thank you for that. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, we're being sent images. I am being sent a clock image. I wonder what that said at first. Okay, but thank you, Matty, for that. Morning, everyone from Gemini. Good morning to you, Gemini. Love to see you here. Jenny, the words below your motif behind you, hot and healthy, must be... Yes, hot and healthy must be the cold spoons.
Paul, do you still have a spoon on your eye, or do you need glasses, man?
Should have gone to Specsavers, Paul.
That's my nighttime business, hot and healthy. During the day is wholly healthy.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We're confusing work and play here. So, would you like to explain for anyone who's not seen you before what the wholly healthy is, please?
Yeah. Wholly healthy is short for holistic health. And because of my experience in pharmacy, psychology, and nutritional science, I kind of combine the whole thing together. And because I know that health is not like a one-way street, you need to take so many things in consideration, because you can't work on your little finger without working on the rest of your body. And even though science by now understands that our body and mind are connected, we still treat any disorders or symptoms differently from that. So in my case, you get the full package, and we check a lot of boxes when it comes to your health. And you might be surprised what also is intercorrelating with that, which you never thought about that.
There you go. Fantastic. Just a little bit of an explanation there. The clog, it was not a clock picture, it's a clog picture that's coming. We want to see the
as long as it's not a cock picture, it's fine.
Jenny, everyone was just thinking that, and it didn't have to be said out loud. But Jenny's the person who says things out loud that other people wouldn't dare to say. And so somebody was saying to me the other day, "Oh, she's so lovely, Jenny. I could watch her all day long, even when she's swearing and effing and jeffing. She's so sweet." So this is true. It's true. Let me just clarify that clog picture. This is it coming in. Incoming clog. Watch out. I wonder if Dutch parents and teachers throw these about to keep their kids under control. Look, picture of us, Jenny.
With Oscar! How cool's that?
It's fantastic. There is a traditional Dutch clog.
And I need to show you something now. That's the proper wooden clock. It's undestroyable. Now the Portuguese version. Look.
Hold on. Let me just give you the full screen. What happened here? Hold on. I need to get rid of that clog for a minute. What's going on? Is this one of your props for the Rainbow Guardians?
Could be. That's my new hand puppet. Oh, cloggy. No, look. It used to be a Portuguese nice house shoe like this. I love them. They're really nice. But what happened now? My token has a free.
I think that's the summer version with the air conditioning on the bit there. I think.
Only on my left.
It's very sad when your slippers. Oh, if it's on the left side, there's a significance to that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's something to do with my inside, with my feminine.
Yeah, on the feminine. So your shoe failure on the feminine side. What's going on there, I wonder? Okay, Anna's picture of the sunrise that she mentioned before. Anna, that is so good. That's the sunrise of her of one of the first mornings here. Look at that. There we go. There's the right caption for it. Bon dia, arrived Villarreal de Santo Antonio after 2 years of waiting. That is so lovely. I'm feeling that I feel that penetrating my chest chakra. And causing nice feelings in my belly as well. I'll stop there. And the little foal, look, this little foal. Oh, a wild horse. That's a very different to an unexpected item in the bagging area. That's an unexpected horse in the garage area there. Fabulous little fella. Oh, what do you do when a horse turns up like that? That's a power animal. I wonder what the significance of a young foal turning up is. Joyous.
I don't know. I know about the horse, but I don't know the foal.
The young one. Okay, so I think we're going to take that as a good portent there for you, Rebel Mama. Okay, we'll come back to these because there's some fabulous comments. It's time for a dance, Jenny, I think. And we're going to play. Clive Gardner was recently in the Algarve in Lagos, and this is his own music. It's called the Southall Samba. And if you know West London, you will know the area of Southall. And so it's a cheeky name for the title. Samba and Southall don't necessarily go together in a mind, but they do right here on the Good Morning Portugal show this morning. We'll have a little dance break. Do get up, shake it out now. And we know we're watching you. We know if you're dancing or not. Here we go. Enjoy this, folks. Are we hearing the music?
Yeah.
Are we not seeing anything though? What's going on here? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, now. Is it just Richmond's boat?
That's my boat there. There's your boat next to it.
You wish.
That's my one on the end. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ice cream again.
I've been there. Yeah.
Today's show brought to you by Repsol. Oh, I'm feeling it in my hips. Careful. Yes, mind your hips. The older dancers. There you go. Southall Samba Redux there. A few images of Lagos for you there. Fantastic, Clive. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry if that wasn't very loud, but when we've got our big PA in the Algarve one weekend, we'll blast that out for everybody. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so what are we saying to our younger selves? Do you want to elaborate more on that, Jenny? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I want to ask you, what are you telling your younger self? Little Carlito you brought around.
Little Carlito, yes, of course. I have to admit that I have been quite a what might seem a feckless young fellow who, for the outside viewer, seemed to follow his intuitions at every possible move. So I don't think I needed that much encouragement on that. A lot of unnecessary fretting. Too much existential angst at too early an age. And one of the greatest bits of advice I got off an older fella was give up on all the doomy subjects and enjoy your life. And I think that's the same thing. I would say, like, don't worry. Literally, seriously, enjoy yourself, relax. There's time. There's time for all of this. You don't need to be working out all the problems and ills of the world. You're only 7. No need to be writing a beat poetry at 7.5. Let the grown-ups take care of all that stuff. Just live and be free, and it will come in time. There's a time for that, and now is not the time, mate. Take it easy, or everything's going to be fine. Relax is what I would say.
Beautiful.
Little Carlito.
And maybe if there's this saying, there's 2 sayings that I really like. The first one is, you're never too old to be your own parent.
Oh.
And the second one is, the way you're treated as a child, you will always continue treating yourself as a grown-up.
Oh my goodness, right, yeah.
Speaking about this inner dialogue, that's one of the things where we tend to be so harsh on ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And when you knock your knee, you go like, oh, idiot, instead of, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Or you might have had an argument with your lady, and actually that wasn't really nice, but you can't admit it, so you stand your ground, you go like, but deep down inside, you're already talking yourself down. Why did you do that? You should have just,
You know me so well, especially that thing that I do. Yes, yeah.
But it's that and that's probably one thing I would tell my younger self as well. Be nicer to yourself.
Yes, absolutely. There's that saying, isn't there? If you treated your friends like you treat yourself, you probably wouldn't have any.
Exactly, that's a good saying. I didn't know that, but what I like to do myself, of course, as well, and recommend to people is like, try to be your own best friend. Like, in case of doubt, if you think that the same story, what just happened, your best friend would have told you, how would you approach him or her?
Yeah.
Probably not as harsh as you do it with yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that the thing you just said, saying sorry to yourself when you bang your body. Not many people do that today. Oh, I'm sorry I hurt you there. Because if you bumped into somebody else in the street, you'd say "Sculpa," wouldn't you? In Portugal.
Exactly.
But to ourselves, like, oh, concentrate, man, or whatever. Yeah. Incredible. That never occurred to me. There you go. There's an excellent takeaway for you. But look at this for a moment, Jenny. I would tell my younger self, says Owen, amazing things are going to happen.
What happened then?
Did he win on a scratch card as well on that day? That's beautiful, Owen. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, mate. What would I say? Oh, you two. What would I say to my younger self? There's nothing to fear except fear itself. Fantastic, Andy. And I think you probably did at times. You've lived an adventurous and excellent life, I would say. It's wholly healthy. Paul Richards from Matty. Hot and Healthy is a different website, Paul. I would tell my younger self, don't sweat the small stuff. Thank you, Michelle, who's been moved to share with us this morning. What will it matter in 5 years' time? Yeah, absolutely, Michelle. Sometimes what will it matter in 5 minutes? What will it matter in 5 days? I was far too serious and stressed. So a theme there. You and me both then, Michelle. Incredible. Oh, Elaine's here as well. Hi, guys. Jen is right. The older I get, the less I do. And the more I achieve. That's not a bad old formula, is it?
Yeah, beautiful. And you know what she was saying there with being far too serious, huh? That's another thing. Even if you're grown up already, if you have problems, generally we must admit most of our problems are kind of like first world problems. That's the first thing. Yeah. The second thing is, if you think about that problem and isolate it, strip it all down, and having a bit of smirk on it and look at it from the funny side of life. If you do that, usually the problem just disappears and flies away. Because what we make problems of, it's actually, you can just have a laugh about that.
Absolutely right. And I'm thinking here, we could have a laugh in the future. So with the funkers, yes, I said funkers. I'm not like Jenny. I said funkers. If the funkers ever get together in the Algarve one weekend, like a jazz funk weekender, with a few of us having a great weekend like that. How about we have a holistic weekend as well? There are enough people in our community. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing to have a lovely sunny weekend, and you could do workshops and talks with all these wonderful people like yourself, Jenny and Elaine here, and Fiona, Mrs. M. It'll be quite amazing, wouldn't it, that weekend?
So cool, guys.
We need to work towards that. Just go for it also, from Andy to his younger self.
Good point.
Yeah, Louise, this is fantastic. It'll be all right in the end. And if it ain't all right, it ain't the end. That is fantastic.
Yes.
Paul to his younger self, go get some new glasses, young man. No, I think that's different. That's not necessarily.
That's for the hot and healthy.
Yes, that's right, Jenny. Everything is going to be all right.
All right.
So lay in gin, one of those isolated water tanks that shuts out any external interference. Is such a mind expanding. Oh, this is the flotation tank, isn't it? Have you ever been in a flotation tank, Jenny?
No, and I must say I would probably panic.
Would you?
Water is not my element, and I have so far not learned to trust this element so that I feel comfortable.
Oh, I see. The water. Water thing. Okay, the water.
Very much respect for water.
Yeah, me too. But still, I have laid twice in one of those tanks.
Really?
Yes, I have.
And how was it, Carl?
I enjoyed it greatly. Little bit of a name drop here. Do you remember? The Wham's backing singers were Pepsi and Shirley. You probably won't, Jenny. Too young to. But I went to Pepsi's house. It was on Healthy Business. She's a kind of wholly healthy person, and I had a go in the infrared sauna, which was something she was working with at the time, selling, I think, and being part of her health and well-being. A great person, and also on that same trip, I went. It was in Norfolk of all places, and I was taken to this industrial estate. I think by somebody else on the journey there. And I went into a sensory deprivation tank on an industrial estate in Norfolk, and I wouldn't have known where I was as soon as the door was shut. And one in North London as well. Completely loved it. After you forget where you are, once the conscious mind has stopped with its you're gonna die stuff like it does, that's its job, and you're relaxed and you trust the environment. It is getting rid of the sensory input. so that you can access deeper levels of awareness. And on that matter, you know, I feel like I've done quite a few interesting things like that. Anyone else want to talk about their interesting experience? Sweat lodges, colonic irrigation, flotation tanks. Done a lot of these things, not all at the same time, because that would spoil it for the next person in the flotation tank, I think. I would tell my younger self, if today sucks, go back to bed. Tomorrow will be better. And I think, yeah, teenagers try and do that, don't they? But the world and parents say, get up! You'll never make anything of yourself lying in bed, rejuvenating yourself like that. To younger self, stay open, Jimmy. Oh, cheers, Jim. I'm feeling these on a deep level. I really am. To the younger self, skip the Netherlands, go directly to Portugal. Do not collect 1,000 euros at the start. Yes, the Monopoly analogy there. Great. I would also say stay away from these specific people. You know who you are. Well, they don't know who they are. But yes, I mean, we've talked about boundaries, haven't we, and toxicity. And, you know, this isn't a judgment on those particular people. I think often, well, sometimes it is, but it's often a chemistry thing, isn't it? When two inner children collide, not very functionally or dysfunctionally, there are times when it's worth working it out, and there are times when it's not, I think, and going to higher ground, right? Would you agree there, Jenny?
100%. And it is, like you said, it's that, you know, that's no judgment towards them specific people they were mentioned here, and I think everybody has these kind in their life. And is it not also, I mean, with some we just walk a few steps, and with some we have a longer journey, but at the end of the day, you will see, like you said, it's that kind of chemistry. And in Germany we have the saying, I can't smell you. But if you think about it from the scientific point of view, is that we do choose our partners and people we like to have around us mostly through the smell, through the pheromone.
That's amazing.
It is. And if you think about it, you probably love the smell of your kids and Louisa. Maybe try to have a conscious smell when you hug her the next time.
I do. That is one of my favorite things. Just the smell. I don't know, maybe I'm going into too much detail here, but smelling the nape of my wife's neck. And it's all about what we're talking about, that, isn't it? And I tried to tell her I'm about to do it, because if you're just doing the washing up, I guess, and someone comes out and does that to you, it can be a bit weird if it takes you by surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
Do let people know, possibly. You're approaching. Get permission.
Get permission, and just don't do it with random strangers in the tube or something.
Only Joe Biden does stuff like that, I think. Allegedly, if those videos are to be believed. Right.
And you might know as well that, you know, sometimes you enter these times in your life where there's just a reselection of your peer group. And that also happens. And it's not a bad thing at all. You know, usually this separation doesn't hurt, because, you know, it's time for a new era. It's time for another step. And them specific people were really nice and beautiful and valuable for this part of the journey. But now there's a division going on, and it seems as if you go to different directions, which is also fine, because it's our ego and our mind that loves to hold on to things. But if you think about, again, the roller coaster of life, and if one thing is constant in life, then it is change. But if you bear this in mind, you can appreciate the things that are there in the moment much more, because you know sooner or later they will be gone. But you know it with worshipping them and with being grateful for it, instead of panicking already. But no, what if they're gone? No, yes, don't think about that. Enjoy the moment. Try to be in the here.
Well said. Perfect. Excellent. Louise, approving of Matty's advice there, with the narcissistic psychopaths and others. Better choice of name. Guardian, much more peaceful than warriors. Yes. And look at you. I did see somebody mentioning this before, and you're a listener, aren't you, Jenny? Other people will be, well, that's the name I've chosen. Back off. A bit like with the ongoing immigrants, expats thing. I got another one yesterday on YouTube. I prefer the truth. Immigrants, not expats. But it's just going to cost so much money to rebrand everything. Love Guardians, love Guardians from Michelle. Oh, that's beautiful. Guardians, love it. Oh, we're going back to that part of the conversation. Up a mountain listening to this definitely boosts the experience. How lovely is that? Thank you, Louise. It was, thank you. Oh, just showed my son. Okay, of your wonderful pic. Just do that again for your son so that he can definitely see what we've been sharing here on the show. Where's it gone, that picture? There it is. So there you go, Monica. Thank you so much. It was you. Thank you for sending that in. Wonderful sun-drenched picture of the Algarve. Okay. Oh, there's a webcam spammer. I think maybe when we started talking about hot and healthy, we had, look at this. This is nothing to do with our show this morning, is it? So I do need to just do a little bit of a housekeeping.
How freaky is that?
Just awful, honestly. Go away, block user. There you go. Spam bot getting blocked soon. Yeah, you don't mess with me. Now I feel like Rocky. In your face, you spammer. Got you. Digga, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Got the spammer there. Okay, so back to Monica. I would say to myself, I'll be more discerning, perhaps a bit serious, but no, fair enough. And something we learn, I guess, as we go, right? And forgiving ourselves for those less discerning moments, I would think. Okay, stress as we pack up the van and house. Oh, in Oxford, ready for the first trip together to the farm in the Algarve. I had a farm in the Algarve. Fantastic. Round of applause in the background for you there. Marvelous. I'm in that situation. My girlfriend does not move with me. My mother does not want me to go, and I told them, too bad I'm going. Well, there's some tact for you. Too bad I'm going. You're still allowed to visit me after the move. Well, that's very straight, isn't it? He's not mincing his words or messing about. He's following his heart and his dreams and saying you're welcome to if you want to.
But you know what? For some people that might seem to be so harsh and really rude. But honestly, Matty, heads off, because that's the only way. With being so honest to yourself and being so honest to the others, that's the only way how you can build an honest relationship. Because, you know, if you just muck around, go like, yeah, but I wish you could come, blah, 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 blah. And the others do the same. It's just fake. And we have enough fake in this world.
There you go. And after the initial shock, they're all supportive and accepted that I made up my mind and won't change it. I think
very good. There you go.
I think you're right, Jen. For the people pleasers, that's difficult, isn't it? But eventually, the truth has to come out, doesn't it? What goes on in the dark comes out in the light. I must say, I'm glad she's ready now, says Francis. This is a different girlfriend now, and we've had a good life here. I'll never count that time as wasted, but it's time now. Okay, excellent. Unfortunately, the holistic answer is do it and see if they leave. With you? Is this with partners and so on that you're talking about there, Stephen? Yeah. Wow, this is precious. Does Jen run workshops on this? Do you, Jen?
On which particular? I mean, I'm planning on one to find your own superhero in your past story. I'm planning one on the inner child again. So tell me, guys, what you'd like to have a workshop on, and I'm happy to do one.
Okay, so, and I think around this is inner child work, part of it, isn't it? And making friends with your being the superhero to your inner child, and this is all part of the work of what do you say? What's the self-talk? So yes, is the short answer to that, Louise. Where does Louise find out more about your itinerary?
She can find me on Facebook, Holly Healthy. Send me a message on jbaraku@gmail.com. Oh, yeah, on Facebook, there's also my phone number, so you can send me a WhatsApp. I'm not going to say it here, but yeah.
Yes, we've already seen what can happen when we start talking about hot and healthy.
Yes.
Same for health. No doctor, controversial info incoming. No doctor, this is straight speaking, Matty, right? No doctor can cure you, really. It's the doctor inside you that does the healing. So your inner white coat.
You're a star.
There you go. It's official. I'm in total agreement. I would have told myself to move to Portugal earlier too, says Capricorn. Thank you for that. It has taken a year of gentle nudges, says Andrea, watching mostly Portugal YouTube channels. I know those people with duchies and showing properties online. But in less than a month, we'll be living the dream. Fantastic. Some of this for you as well. Where's my applause gone? Yep.
Now I can hear it.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know why it's so low in the mix, and it was the same with the music, but we'll deal with that. I'll get the technical team on that after the show. Downside of the roller coaster comparison is you always end up where you started on a roller coaster, but not in life. You grow during life. And I saw a roller coaster, a little TikTok thing yesterday of a woman's wig flying off when she was on a roller coaster. She's given the world so many laughs. Her own personal little moment of embarrassment there. But it was really, I mean, the roller coaster metaphor is so good. And this woman's face in slow motion when she was on the roller coaster, that's probably what we look like in life if you speed it up. My self-talk is simply, how would I ever afford it? So do you have something to address that? This is self-talk that a lot of people hear, right? This is conditioning, really, isn't it? Yeah. We do not really believe that we live in an abundant universe, do we? Far from it. Things are scarce. Money is tight. These are the ideas that we're brought up with, and to a great extent, for many people, that appears to be true. What would you say? What would you say to Drew on this to recondition that thought?
Well, money mindset is a big thing for a lot of people, and exactly like you said, these core beliefs we carry around with us. So that's one thing, to find out what is actually the things you deep down yourself you believe in. What are the things that have been repeatedly been said in your family about money? That's probably what you still believe in. And if you think along these lines, like, which I can't say the name there, Drew but this person,
Drew, yeah, that's Drew.
If you think, how would I ever afford that, you take away for yourself the opportunity that you actually can at some point.
Yeah,
because just the way you say it, and having a money flow, or generally the connection to money, is most often connected to your self-value. So if you think you're not good enough, you haven't deserved that, whatever, you will constantly, if that's also a core belief paired with, for example, life is hard, money stings, whatever, then what happens is that our brain constantly looks for confirmation. So if you carry this core belief, and then whatever, you might see, doesn't even have to be something big, but you might see this beautiful necklace and you would love to have it, but it's like 50 euros, and you think, oh my God, I can't afford that, because you might not have money at the moment for it. But what you can do is, you can take this necklace, take it in a picture, put it on your inner vision board, and believe in the fact that, you know what, maybe not now, but one day I'll have that one, or an even more beautiful one. And why? Because I deserve it.
Oh, yes.
And that's the most important thing.
You're
Anything
so worth
in the world you would like to have, you deserve it, and you will get it at some point. And there again comes the thing in what we've been talking about earlier. It's not about what your mind is crazy to tell you, that you will have to this Porsche and this villa and whatever. No. It's not. It doesn't take the material things out at all, but it is really what's connected with your gut there, and what will help you to come into your highest potential will come into your life sooner or later, once you allow it. But the thing is, universe will always provide you whatever you need to come into that power. But if you limit yourself because you say, I never deserve that, I can never afford that, that's what you get. But if you think big, and you think, I can get anything I want, anything I deserve, and anything that I need in order to step in my full potential will come to me, because I deserve it. It will come. Give it a try. It's crazy. Once you discourage your brain from these occasions, you will be surprised what happens. Life can be magical if you allow it.
Yep. So, I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen as well there, Drew, if you swapped your sort of negative money idea, self-talk, for something a whole lot more edifying and freeing? That sounds like a fairly good swap, and just see what the results might be, right?
Exactly. And the thing is, it's with anything. At the moment, in the first moment, it will be like, because you still have your old core beliefs inside of you. But you've trained them so well that you can also train the other bits so well. And even if it's at the moment or at the beginning, it might just be a statement, but there's no belief in it yet. But the more you repeat it, the more your brain will transform it into a belief. And at some point, it's overwritten. But the thing is, we spend most of our lives, we keep on spending, thinking the same thoughts every day, over and over and over again. But you know, the good news is, you decide what you're thinking, and you can decide every day, every moment, again, what you're thinking. That needs observation. So if you catch yourself thinking, looking at this necklace, thinking, oh, I'd love that, but I can't afford it. That's the moment where you kick in and you say, you know what? Who's saying I can't afford that? I will be able to afford that because I deserve it. And it's this catching yourself again, the ABC, awareness brings change, having the awareness for it, and then catching yourself, but not again thinking like, you're right, I can't afford this. No, try it. You got nothing to lose. You know, in the worst case, you won't be able to afford it. But in the best case, you will change the dynamics. Because if you think about the law of attraction as well, if you keep on staying in this mindset and being on this low vibration, that's what you will get in your life. But if you raise your vibrancy only by the fact that, you know, you tell yourself all the things that you encourage yourself and what you want to do, you will be surprised what's going to happen in your life. And of course, I'm not talking about you do it once, whilst you have the coffee in the morning, watching Carl's show, and then your whole life will turn around. No, like any self-work, like any personal development, that's not like a one-act thing. That's continuous work. It is.
Absolutely. You've been practicing the other. Oh, I can hear myself echoing in your room. Oh, are you hearing that? A lovely big echo. Oh, okay. I'll persist and hope that sorts itself out. But
are you on the loo again?
No, a loop, not the loo. Honestly, the green screen has its limits. The self-talk has been going for years, hasn't it? So you can't expect to just suddenly overrule it with one thought. It has to be a conditioned and gradual, or a reconditioning, or an unconditioning of yourself there. And it was Donna J, when we were on our show on a Sunday night, she was talking about exactly this thing, and she was saying when you're talking to yourself, all the voices in your head say this or that about money, you can say, actually, no, you're not my advisor anymore. You're fired as my financial advisor. She didn't say this exactly, but you know, I have a different plan. There is a different plan available for me. And she was talking about the Maker's Manual, as you imagine. If you know Donna J, you know exactly what she's talking about there. But the Maker's Manual has a different idea for us in terms of abundance and wealth. And the small-minded, self-talking person of limitation can gradually take a back seat, and a different consultant can come in, right? And I also, when you were talking there, Jenny, I wrote a book some while ago, and one of my little insights on the book was a little chapter called "Look Who's Talking," and this is directly related to what you're talking about, because those thoughts are probably somebody from your childhood, aren't they? Saying, "This, you're terrible with money, and if you carry on like this, you get blah blah blah." I'm not going to do it because that goes out and it affects people. But we know those voices, and we can probably pinpoint them on particular people, and we can say, "Thanks, thank you. That advice was coming from a loving place. It was the best you could do, but I've got a different set of ideas now, or I've got a different approach to this." Go on, Jenny. I interrupted you.
No, all good. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for that, because you can use that for any fear you have in your mind. Any little hurt part of you that's speaking and that's telling you, I'd love to, but what's going to happen? You can always say, in these moments when fear hits in, you can always say exactly what Carl was saying. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for your support up until now. You were really helpful, but I decide that you don't serve me anymore now. So you can take a break. You can retire, get yourself a nice cocktail on that bar over there, chill out with all the others, and I'm having it. And you know what? If I need you, I know you'll be there, and I can still ask you, so chill out.
Yeah, because that same person may well have said something awesome about something else as a resource for your life. Yeah. But no one consultant, parent, etc. has all the answers. Fantastic. Hope that helps, Drew. The great thing is my younger self is telling my older self, stop, look, listen, pause, take in the moment, really enjoy the laughter, the smile, the wonder moment. Don't look back. Enjoy the now. That's perfect.
Oh, I get goosebumps. Yeah.
Woo, me too. It all starts with the idea and the will to do it. Absolutely right, Andy. You're going to have your own workshop at this rate. On this weekend, we're talking about, as is this wonderful lady here. Jenny, your advice is golden. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, she should be there, shouldn't she? Our workshop weekend. That pesky self-talk, says Rebel Mama. I learned only a few years ago to substitute the word can't with won't, and it changes your perspective. Example, I wanted to take an early morning class, and being not a morning person, I thought, I can't do that. Then I said, I won't do that. And then I realized only I was stopping myself. I took the class, and it was great. Fantastic testimonial
Good
there.
point.
Yeah.
Good point, Khadija. I like that one.
Okay, for the podcast listeners, although we're not going to do the full sound effects, I'd tell my younger self not to pull grandpa's finger. Oh, granddads, what are they like? Notice he doesn't say grandma, and I'd love to meet a grandma who would do that. She'd be a cheeky one, wouldn't she? I'd tell myself, watch out. That's going to be grandma. Grandma Jenny, come here. Pull my finger.
Pull that thread, and when you pull the other thread, what happens when you pull that thread?
And all the grandchildren are crying. Oh, grandma! You got me real good there. I tell myself, Sarah, good morning to you. She was with us on Tuesday talking about cycling around Portugal. It was so lovely to talk to you, Sarah. And here you are saying, I tell myself, go ahead and marry Steve. 44 years later, you'll still be happy. Oh, so beautiful from Andrea. Just rich men's boats. Excellent. With love crisis. That was Jenny's review of Lagos there. Just rich men's boats. Don't forget the rich women's boats. All right. Carl would tell himself to turn the mic on. Yes, thank you, Stephen. That's so true. Yes. Practice makes perfect. Only been doing this for about 30 years. Lovely girl, Jenny. A good craziness about her. That's a nice review, isn't it? She's good crazy.
Yeah, I'm a good witch.
Maybe the sort of person that some parents would have told you to avoid. Mind the crazy ones, but the good crazy ones are okay. Good morning, Carl and Jenny. I've just come out from a pile of rubble to say bon dia. So there he is, the wild man of Al Viagra with his loincloth emerging from a pile of rubble.
Gary and me, we are planning a pillow fight for next time. Yeah, Gary! Later.
It's on! Okay. The rumble in the jungle is happening at the big pillow fight. If I ever worry, I open my imaginary box and place them all in there and slam the door on the worries. Go away. That's fantastic. A little bit of imagery there that can help, can't it, for the visually minded? That's which, of course, you are. We know Paul's wonderful pictures. He's a visual person, and that's how he deals with his problems. Stuffing them in the imaginary box and slamming the door. Oh, and tonight, 10 p.m. on the man cave. Carl! So I thought they'd stop this. A spam bot getting blocked soon. Yes, Carl, I've got it. I'm on it. I'm all over it. Carl shouldn't mention dodgy websites anymore. Oh, you made me do it again, Francis. Fuss less and floss more. There you go. The old sunscreen song, isn't it? Yeah, wear sunscreen. And the only useless bit of advice in that is the bit about wearing sunscreen, I would say.
Very true.
Yeah, but the rest of it's
last time, it was crazy. I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Yep.
But the sunscreen, that's the catcher, Carl. That's why people listen to it. So it was smart.
I see. Baz Luhrmann, clever dude. Chinese head massage. Hold on a minute. Is this another one of those dodgy messages? No, it's Andy. Like getting beaten around the head and neck while sat in a chair. Awful. Oh, going back to the strange therapies that people have endured. Okay. Those specific persons are those that help you to understand your journey. Okay, the ones that we learn to avoid and let go of. Ultimately, thank you, Jacqueline CDM. Jenny, please come see me or reschedule our chat. I have an idea, possible opportunity. But you need to come see if it might work for you. So there you go.
Viola, you're on my top priority visiting list. But for so long already, I have to admit that. But it's getting there.
Okay. You've made it when the spam bots hit the chats. Yes, I felt like I got hit in the bot by that. What on earth was Carl just doing? What was that? Was that? No, it was my superhero thing. My spidey senses can sense a disturbance. Yeah, it was when this is just the sort of stuff I find. This is probably Mrs. M's ruler.
It's fucking cool. I love it.
Yes. And I thought I was her ruler. Thank you, Jenny. Right back at you from Matty there. Oh, we're a bit behind with the comments. No surprise there. Money is the energy of water. Flow, says Victoria. The element of water is emotion. Energy of motion. Emotion! Okay, thank you very much for that. There she goes. It's a vibration. We have the power to change it. That is real superhero talk. We have the power to change it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep telling yourself you can't do something, you won't be able to do it, but works the other way as well. There you go. So reverse that engineering. If you keep saying you can, you will be able to do it. Carl is echoing again, I think.
Again.
Oh, it's just voices in my head, probably. That's fine. Just do the self-talk inside, or maybe people will give you a jacket. So self-talk is best kept quietly inside. I don't know. Would you agree with that, Jenny? He's right.
Well, self-talk, you can talk it out loud, but then it won't be self-talk really anymore because you share it with others.
Technicality. Very good.
But you know what Khadija and what Matty are saying here now with that talk, it's so important. And another thing, I'm working on that with Owen. He's a bit annoyed already, but it makes such a big difference. Think about yourself, how often you use the term, I have to do that, I have to do that, I have to do that. But ask yourself, do you really have to do any of that? No. And if you change the words have to into want to, or can do, or something like that, shall do, it takes away so much pressure. You can feel it in your body. If you think, I have to do that now. It already goes like, ooh, fuck, what do we have to do now? But if you say, I want to do this now, it opens up much more. So you can feel the difference between the tension in your body or the opening in your body. Just by the little difference. So go for it.
So much freedom. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. I needed to hear this today. Looking forward to learning more about your rainbow guardians, Jenny, and sending positive vibes on your property search.
Thank you, David.
I mentioned my book, which is free on the internet at the moment.
Oh, cool.
When I've got 10,000 subscribers, it's going to be really expensive. Okay, so if you want, when I talked about being an intense young man, I wrote this back in 2001. It is a bit sort of embarrassing because it is quite intense, but I think it's quite good as well, and you can get it free on that link should you want it. David Dawson, I believe the property has been found and is in the process of being bought. Last time I heard, no newsflash, we're on the search again, aren't we, Jenny?
Yeah, newsflash, Matty. I'm gonna look at one on Tuesday. Cross all fingers, guys, that this is the place, and somehow universe will also provide some generous helpers who will make this possible.
Here we go. Fingers and everything crossed for that for Tuesday. Okay, gonna play devil's advocate. Watch out! I completely believe in speaking I can and positive thinking, but how would one balance I deserve this? And the negative side of entitlement. It's a good point, isn't it? And to me, I can see that in myself, and I can see it in others. When people do start saying, "I deserve this," that's going into their conditioning. They've been told, that there's moderation, and don't get too selfish. And I think that's when those thoughts are kicking in, isn't it? And I think people who worry about this generally aren't a-holes, are they? It's the ones who don't worry about it. You got to watch, exactly. And that level of self-awareness there, Francis, tells us a lot about you. What do you say, Jenny?
There's this beautiful saying I heard the other day in the podcast. I'm just checking this because I thought it was so spot on. It was like what was it saying? Never believe somebody. Oh, wait. I'll just check this here.
All right. You're watching the Good Morning Portugal show. Just in case you just joined us, this is Feelgood Friday with Jenni B. It's Feelgood Friday. Whoa.
Yeah. I don't trust people who don't love themselves, but say, I love you. That's a good one.
Oh, wow. There's something. Yes, indeed. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. And with the I deserve this and the negative entitlement, it's a bit like we've been saying earlier, that statement that turns into a belief. And I think a major impact on this has our upbringing, where we get told that selfishness is negative, that it's something egoistic, but it's not. You need to put yourself first in order to be there for others. Take this example, what we had there, that this one person, I'm not sure, I think it was even Francis, that the wife or the girlfriend didn't want to go. And, you know, if you limit yourself with then just staying, where's that going to lead to? So, and again, if we think then it's selfish for us to follow our dream and potentially hurt others with that. But what happens is we hurt ourselves and then we continue hurting others because we blame them for not living our dream. But that's just down to us. So it's got nothing to do with selfishness, like Matty was explaining as well. First it was a bit rough, but now his mom and his girlfriend, they're so supportive and they just love it. Because at the end of the day, you're doing one magical thing, not just for yourself, but for others. You are a model and you show that the only way is to follow your heart and your dream. And then the magic happens. Because then you enter this flow, this river of life. But as soon as you try to pedal against it, it's going to be one hell. It's so exhausting. And I think we all been there. You know, when you try to force yourself in something that you're just simply not. Might it be on a personality level? Me, for example, I've tried to live the normal, average 9 to 5, get married, and, you know, meet friends on Sundays for brunch thing. That's not me. As much as I try that, you know what I mean? I will never fit in that because that's just not me. And that's okay. And I love John Strzelecki. I don't know if you guys know him. He also wrote a couple of books. And one of it is The Big Fives. So he says you should have 5 big goals in your life, you know, what's make it worth living.
Okay.
But you should also not be mad if it turns out that's not the one. I love his one example. He says, no, there's this couple, and they say, oh, when we're retired, we get this RV and we just drive around the world and we enjoy it all, la, 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 la. And probably some of you can relate to that. Eventually same with, you know, coming to Portugal, la, 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 the whole lot. And then they got their RV, they've been on the road for a week, they looked at each other and they said, we hate it. It's terrible. And it was their dream for so long. But then it's completely fine to admit it. You know, okay, we've tried it. It's not for us. Let's cross that off the big 5 and put something else there. But the point is, you've tried it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. That is so true. And yeah, these things become so big, don't they? And it's good to be able to let them go if they honestly aren't really working. Amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Hope that helps, Francis, and thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it because that was a really useful contribution. Funny how we worry about things that might happen rather than things that do happen. Yeah, well said, Paul. And you know, one of the great quotes, I'm sure I've said it before, but I think it's Mark Twain. You know, I'm an old man and I've known a great many problems, most of which never happened. That is how the mind works, isn't it? That changed my life, hearing that. It really did when I was in my 20s. Okay, I admit it is actually my Super Spider-Man ruler, and I really like it. I do like it. I do have to take the washing out of the machine. So is this talking about everyday magic? See it as yoga, maybe. Mindful. It's easy for me to lecture other people about doing, you know, the washing fairies who take care of things like that. But I'm not sure why you're mentioning that. But you know, have a great mindful time with your washing is the best advice we can give. To make it into yoga, maybe. As you're, you know, do the washing machine sutra or whatever it's called, where you crouch into the tiger posture, move forward with the double snake posture as the arms go in the washing machine. And no, is that not working? Is that the workshop I'm going to run in the Algarve?
I got pictures in my head now. Yeah,
the yoga of everyday life.
Mindful hanging out wash. Yeah, that's what you're going to do.
That's right. And smelling all the, like you were saying before, the Germans, I can't smell you, smelling all the dirty laundry as well as it before it goes into the machine. But maybe not.
And I think, Carl, you need to do one more of those free energy readings. That was profound, really. That was profound.
Yes, I do energy readings, everybody. My older self, EDP are very expensive. That's the main one. But my older self Would also tell my younger self to listen to more jazz, funk, Brit funk, and Frankie Beverly and Maze. Yes. Oh, we are one. That man is a genius. If you like funk and soul music, Frankie Beverly is absolutely a guru genius. Happy feelings in the air. Also, go to more Chic concerts. Yeah, lucky enough to see Nile Rodgers. What a genius again. 5 and counting. You lucky man, Capricorn. We got to wrap it up now. I say this to Mrs. G. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm the best. I'm amazing. If you tell yourself enough times, you'll start to believe it. Fantastic, Guru Gilchrist there. Jenny, when it's right, it will happen. He says as well. Oh no! It's that moment where suddenly loads more comments come in. Stop it, please, everybody. We love you, but we have other things to do. Oh dear. We'll cross all fingers and toes for the search. There you go. Francis, most people are not entitled and really do need to have more self-belief and self-worth. Well said, Andy. New GMP jingle coming soon. Yes! Fantastic. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody, from Owen. Can you repeat the author name, please? Who was that author, Jenny?
John Strelecki. Shall I write it?
John Strelecki. It sounds like a kind of pasta, doesn't it? Thanks to all for the safe journey wishes. Have a glorious weekend. You two have a great journey there, Matty. Love from us all here. I give everything. I want to do a try because I don't want to have regrets. I've had enough of what ifs. Well said, Monica. Fantastic. Thanks, guys, from Francis. Because Jenny said you don't have to do what you don't want to do, says Jacqueline CDM. Oh, I see, the washing. Well, you don't, but you probably like the upside of having clean clothes as well, don't you?
But that's the thing. Is that not why you want to hang it out then? Because you like the upside and you don't have to. You want it because you want to have nice clothes. Get it?
Nobody wants to do my workshop though, Jenny.
No,
I don't think Jacqueline does, and I don't think Matty does now. You are joking, but hanging up washing is a mindful and chill thing for me. So there you go. Monica can do that workshop. Have a safe journey and a wonderful vacation from Andrea to Matty. Man Cave tonight, everybody. See the young primates in action this evening from 10 o'clock on Man Cave Reloaded. Have a fabulous weekend. It's like that, Jenny. You've heard them this morning. Jenny, have a great weekend, mate. We'll try keep an eye out.
Peter, it's Peter's birthday today. Peter, happy birthday!
Para Benja, você.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, there you go. Happy birthday, Pete. Thank you, Jenny, for outing him on that. Have a great day and weekend, Peter Bleach. Fantastic.
I hope happy and birthday still go together.
Yes, very good. Very good. We'll try. Make it so, Captain. Keep an eye out for me, says Matt. All right, fantastic. Okay, John Strelecki, the Big Five. You've given me that to post into the comments. I will do that as my final gesture today. 90 minutes again here, but it's flown by, Jenny Baraku, Jenni B from Hot and Healthy today. Been absolutely lovely to have your company. Oh, look at her. Parting word then. Have a wild weekend. What do you want to say to everybody before we go and have a weekend of Bon Fin Semana?
Make sure that you close your eyes before you put the frozen spoons on it.
Absolutely. Great advice. You just cannot get better than that here on the internet.
I'm a wise soul, you know.
Love to Jenni B, love to Owen, love to everybody here. It's a right old loved up legacy, the loved up legacy of the Feelgood Friday this morning. Okay, that's all wrong. What? Hold on a minute. I don't understand that, Matty. But we can't open another can of worms right now. But we are going to have. Let's have a dance again to the Southall Samba. Are you hearing this? It's a bit low in the mix. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to do everything I can to turn it right up. Feel good Friday. Come on. We know.
Oh, I can get Malika to dance as well.
And little Carlito is here on the dance floor too. Oh, and some pictures coming in. Thank you for this one, Capricorn. Where is that? Rapoeira and Raposera from Capricorn 12. That's from the front window between the National Park and the sea. Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
We got to go. Thank you very much, Jenni B. Have a great weekend. All the best, everybody. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao for now.